guys, so today's video is going to be a first impressions get ready with me on the new Singe Beauty Agate Temptation palettes. Not really sure why it's called that, but anyway, I got this palette from Angelica Nyqvist's makeup brand, and I was very excited to try her brand at some point because I feel like, again, I've said this before. I feel, and sorry, don't mind this. She's just chilling, all right? She's just chilling there, and it'll go away when it can, all right? It's just annoying when it's right smack in the middle of my damn forehead, but it's fine. So anyway, I really wanted to try her makeup brand eventually, and when I saw this palette come out, I'm like, this is gonna be the palette that I try from her. I think this palette is stunning. I actually did use it yesterday, but we're going to be using all different shades today, so it's still technically, can I speak, a first impression. But look at this palette, you guys. Isn't it so gorgeous? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mattes and 6 shimmers in this palette. So yesterday I used like this realm of shades here, like these 5 shades. So it's not exactly a first impressions on the formula, but it's going to be a first impression on the colorful shades because I really want to use some of these greens today. But with what I'm wearing, maybe we'll use a little bit something else because I was going to initially use these, but then we also have like these darker shades up here. That would be pretty. But I really want to go into this mint shade, but again, I don't know if that goes with what I'm wearing. We'll figure it out. I'm just like torn as to what I want to use in the crease. I kind of wish there was like one more green shade in here, but honestly, the greens that she picked to put in this palette are so stunning. So let's just get started. We're going to prime with my Anastasia eye primer. I have like 45 minutes until I have to be ready, so hopefully that's enough time for my ass. I'm gonna like put my foundation on off camera and stuff. It's mostly just gonna be an eye look, so it's not gonna be like a full-on get ready with me. So yeah, I'm going to see my best friend and his girlfriend today. We're going to like this all-you-can-eat sushi place. I'm going to his place first. And I do need to get gas, though, so I might be there a bit after 4 o'clock. Because at first, I'm like, yeah, I'll be there before 4. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll be there at 4, but I do need to get gas. But this is really, like, the first time that since I've had this rental car, because if you guys didn't know, I said this in my last Get Ready With Me, that I had to get a rental car, and because I got rear-ended like almost 2 weeks ago. Well, actually almost 3 weeks ago at this point, but I've had the rental car almost 2 weeks now, which is crazy. Like, I miss my car, but, you know, at least I have something to drive, you know. But I am actually getting a little hungry, so we made the reservation for 5, but I don't want to eat anything else before we go there. I had a blueberry muffin this morning, and I really don't want to eat anything else until I get there because I know if I do, I'm going to get too full. So I'm going to try and not have a snack before, but I usually get hungry around this time, but yeah, we're going to try not to. So anyway, let's go into this palette, and really the only like greenish crease shade, I mean, we could go into this one. I think that would be really pretty. And then we can go into the deeper green. Because then we can use these 3. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Why not? Do something a bit more mustardy. Last time I put my palette up here, I like covered the speaker for like a couple minutes. Because, you know, I hadn't filmed in a hot second. Well, I hadn't filmed a Get Ready With Me in a hot second because I don't usually film them as much anymore. So we're going to go into the shade Moss, which I think is a really interesting shade to put in the crease. Okay, yeah, that's really not as crazy pigmented as I thought. I noticed with the formula yesterday that I feel like these shades are much more buildable mattes, which I actually kind of prefer. I like when you can build the color as opposed to like instant pigmentation. This has a very soft, like rich, blendable formula. And I'm really liking it from when I swatched it and when I used it yesterday. I just didn't have time to film yesterday because I had to call the auto body shop again, and I had to call the rental company because we had to straighten out like a charge that I got charged. So now that's all taken care of, but I just didn't have time to film yesterday. And when I did, I didn't have time until like after I did my eye look already. So there was really no point to film then. Why is this not really applying on this side? It probably has nothing to do with the eyeshadow and everything to do with me. So, and my eyes, because that's just looking like a little weird. But sometimes these colors, you know, don't blend that well. Especially when it comes to like these like murkier shades. But I know Angie loves her murky greens and like her swampy kind of colors. Because this is like a true swamp green. But like I don't know why it's doing that. I think I just have to concentrate the color a bit more. Yeah, that's better. I want to build it up a little bit more on this side then too. But y'all know my blending's from hunger anyway. But I think that looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so we got that color down. So yeah, pretty much it's May 31st today. Can you believe June is starting? I'm actually shocked on how fast this year is going. And I know everybody says that, but honestly, it's truly insane. Like, I feel like I just picked out my May TBR like literally last week. But okay, now I'm getting hot. Before I was cold, now I'm hot. So okay, so I think I want to keep it pretty green. So I think I am going to go into this deeper green shade, and then we're going to deepen it up with that one. So first we went into Moss, now we're going into Geode. Where the heck is my mirror? Oh my goodness. Why is it when we actually film something is when we can't find fucking anything? It's amazing. Like, find everything. Oh my god, it's on my lap. Caitlin, oh my god. Wow, this crack is actually getting way bigger on my ceiling. I'm gonna have to tell my mom that. So anyway, let's go into Geode. I think it's gonna be so pretty. Yeah. I don't regret that decision at all. I feel like with Angie's shades at this point, because I do own 2 of her Onanzai collabs. And that was actually the last Onanzai palette I've picked up. I haven't picked up any since the Trick or Treat palette. I believe those came out last October. Was that last October or the year before that? Wow, I just got that eyeshadow all over my face. Did not realize it was on the tip of this brush. I really need to wash my brushes, y'all. I've been getting so bad at cleaning lately, but it's fine. I always spot clean them every single day. I haven't washed them in a hot second, but I need to. So anyway, her shades usually, they don't come off as pigmented as you think they're gonna be, but in like a good way, like a very buildable kind of pigmentation, which I actually really enjoy. So, but some of the Onanzai shades are really pigmented, but like again in a good way, because I love Onanzai's formula. But that was the last palette I picked up from them. So like I said before, pretty much Angie was gonna be the influencer that I picked up a palette from. I actually ended up not picking up the Morgan Turner Onanzai palette, which I think I just kind of flat out forgot about it. I was intending to, but then I just ended up not getting it. Maybe I should. Because Morgan Turner is like one of my favorite influencers, but truly, you guys, I have stopped watching every single beauty influencer. Not because I don't like that content anymore. It's just that I am 99% of the time watching book content on YouTube. I literally just started watching Angie again and started watching her regular makeup videos. I just watched her 2 most recent videos because I'm like, well, since I'm using her palette, I feel like I should watch her videos again. Also, me and Angie talk a lot, actually. It's been like really cool talking to her. Like, we talk a lot about books. Like, I'm always messaging her about like what books I'm reading, and we like always swap opinions about our current reads, and it's just really fun. I just love like how interactive she is with her audience, and she really is one of my favorite like OG YouTubers that have been in the game for a long time. And I think out of anyone that I, like I said, would support their makeup brand, or I knew that their makeup brand would absolutely slay, I knew it would be Angie, because her quality of things, like, there's still kick up and fallout in these shades, I think, because it's a bit of a thinner buildable formula. So I am experiencing some fallout with like the more pigmented shades. Like, I noticed that with the brown shade, but honestly, fallout is not a deal breaker for me. As long as the shadows perform and they're pigmented, that's all I care about. Like, fallout is easy to fix. And again, that's why I do my eyeshadow first now. I used to be a base girly, and I used to do my base first and then go in with my eyeshadow. And then I was like, I was getting so damn sick of cleaning up fallout before, after I did my foundation. I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why don't I just do my eyeshadow first? So that's exactly what I do. So right now I am currently reading Air of Storms by Lauren Hamilton Murray, and this actually was a early find at my local Barnes. My Barnes has now been open. I think tomorrow will be 2 months already, which is crazy because I was like literally counting down the days on when they were gonna open. Okay, I'm a little bit torn, and it's really good so far, by the way. I really am enjoying it. I literally just started it today, and it's so good. I'm torn between using the shade Quartz or Crystallized, but I really wanted to use the shade Quartz when I swatched it. Yeah, we're using that. Fuck it. I could use Crystallized on the inner corners. Like, look at that. Are you freaking joking me? Look at how pigmented that is. Ugh. So gorgeous. Literally, when I swatched this shade, because this was obviously the shade I was drawn to first to swatch, my jaw was on the floor on how beautiful this shade was. That is so stunning, you guys. And I like that she, you know, kept true to like what she prefers in a palette, but also like made the palette like kind of usable for everyone. Because her first palette was stunning. Okay, it was stunning. But, like, this one, I knew I wanted it. The first palette is still gorgeous, though. If you're more interested in, like, blues and a bit of greens and stuff. Well, actually, I don't know if there were greens in it. I think there was, like, blues mixed with, like, yellows and oranges. And it was really gorgeous. But also kind of reminded me a little bit too much of the Club Nebula palette that she did with Kaleidos. I forgot that I had that palette too. So I actually have, this is now my 4th palette from Angie. So I just love her color combos. And like, I've used the 2 Odin's Eye palettes like so much at this point. I love those 2 palettes so much. All right, what do I want on my brow bone? I think I'm just going to do my good old Blend Bunny Brighter Days. And then we will come back and do the rest of my face. Okay, so I'll tell you guys what I used for my base in a minute. I just want to do the inner corner. There are 2 shades I really want to use, but I think I'm going to go with translucent because it's like this gorgeous, like super sparkly whitish green. Oh my god, yeah. Do not regret that decision at all. That is beautiful. They're such super sparkly shades. It really does remind me of like Kaleidos' formula. It's almost like very similar. Like Kaleidos' mattes might be a little bit more pigmented, but their shimmers are like super sparkly. So I feel like that's probably what inspired her formula. Because she's literally the only influencer that had collabed with Kaleidos. That's super pretty. I love that. I might actually use that as my highlighter too. I've been loving these shades that they work so beautifully as highlighters as well. So for my base, I used the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in the shade 1R02. And then for my concealer, I used the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer in the shade LG3. And then I just set my face with the e.l.f. powder, the e.l.f. HD powder, and then for my face, I set the rest of my face with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder. I can speak English, guys. It's really, really amazing, like how well I am at speaking English. So now we're just gonna go into some mascara. So I'm going to use the Tartelette mascara. I think I got rid of the wrong Cali Ray mascara, because I think I ended up keeping the older one by mistake. And also, I had picked up an e.l.f. liquid mascara. I mean, not mascara. Blush. Because I've actually been trying, like, a couple of liquid products lately. I picked up the Say one as well, and they're both so good. But I have no idea where the hell the e.l.f. one went. So I might have to repurchase it, because I have no idea what happened to it. I think I might actually use the Say one today, because I haven't used that on camera yet. That actually be really pretty. Because I did use the blush that I got from Singe yesterday. So I didn't really feel like using it again. But maybe I should, because this is a Singe Beauty video, but it's fine. I also forgot when I did order the palette and the blush that I did want to get the brushes as well, but it's fine. I'll just order them at some point. But I really do want to try her brushes as well. But I'm just so happy that she's like built her brand. And I was just waiting for her to come out with like a couple more products. Like I was waiting for her to come out with eyeshadow, because after she came out with brushes and face brushes. First she came out with eye brushes, then she came out with face brushes. It looks so stormy out. It looks like it's gonna storm in like a minute. I'm so glad I started reading this book, because it's literally called Air of Storms. So it's like perfect to read today. I'm just grabbing my eyeliner. Is this one usable? Probably not. So yeah, anyway. And then she came out with blushes, and then she came out with her first eyeshadow palette. And I had a feeling she was probably cooking up something else as far as like eyeshadow went. And I'm like, this is the palette that I want to try. Because I think I said this in my Singe Beauty video when I was trying out the new neutral palette that they came out with. Is this even the right liner? Whatever. I can't deal with eyeliner anymore. It drives me crazy. So, that I was interested in picking up a few eyeshadow palettes lately. I forgot to say the last time, though, that I was actually interested in 2 Bella Beauté bar palettes. I'm going to have to come back and redo that, but it looks so good with the black liner. Ooh. Oh, it looks so pretty. And I just need bronzer. That I was actually interested in, like, 2 Bella Beauté bar palettes, because I was interested in the condensed version of the Smoky Glam palette, and I'm actually seriously debating on picking that up, like, maybe in the summertime, because I think that'd be super pretty. I just like don't want to overwhelm myself with too many like new eyeshadow palettes. Like I want to try out every single shade in this palette, and I want to use the Singe Beauty palette again a few times. I don't know why I never had the time to do a first impressions on the Tangled palette by ColourPop, but I actually really enjoy it. It had a really good formula, actually. I mean, ColourPop is like never going to be the same again, I feel like, but at the same time, I do think that formula was good, and I think that palette was better than the Snow White one, like by far. But y'all know I had to pick up the Disney collab, like, but I also didn't pick up anything from the Stitch collection, the Lilo and Stitch collection, or the Toy Story collection. I only picked up the Tangled stuff, or the Tangled products. Alright, so for my blush, I think I'm going to use the Say one, because I haven't used that on camera yet, and I actually really like it. So we're going to use that. Then I think for highlight, I think we're just going to go with one of the eyeshadows, because honestly, these shadows are so sparkly that they work fucking spectacularly as highlights. And it's like, why not? So this is the Say Beauty blush that I got, because I've been hearing like so many good things about these blushes. I've used it a couple of times. I think I've used it like 3 or 4 times at this point, and I really like it. So this one is called, where is that? Cutie. So we're just going to use that, as long as we're using like a new blush on camera, because again, I just didn't want to use the Singe Beauty one, but I'll show you guys the blush. But I've been really enjoying these liquid blushes lately. I've gotten like a few different blushes lately. Like I said before, I also got the e.l.f. one. But again, I have no idea where it is. I'm probably going to have to clean out some bags and shit in order to find it. Like, again, I have to clean my room like nobody's business. But it's really pretty, right? I'm going to just put a little bit more on. Or I could just use my Halo highlighter from Give Me Glow. But honestly, why not just utilize the palette? And I have been using quite a lot of my highlighters lately. I've been trying to rotate certain ones. Yeah, that looks better. See how buildable that is? That goes so well with this look too. So yeah, I've been enjoying this. And then what else was I going to say about makeup? I've also read a shit ton of books this month. I actually finished the last book that I wanted to read this month this morning. I thought I wasn't going to finish it until like this afternoon, but it was Frida McFadden's The Tenet, and I finished it actually really fast. Oh, also, I picked up one of the new Rare Beauty blushes, like the cream one. And that blush is really good too. I've used that quite a few times too. These Cream Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush in the shade Worth. This was actually really nice too. And then the only new highlighter I picked up lately was the one from the Tangled collection. I feel like this one is like more pigmented than this side. I feel like I put on a little bit too much on this side. Let's just blend it out a bit more. Is that better? Yeah, I guess so. Who cares? Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, I do need to film a haul soon. I just don't know when that's going to happen. I think I'm going to use the same shade that I used on the inner corners as my highlighter, because I think that shade is so pretty. So we're just going to take that. Oh, I have to show you guys the Singe Beauty blush. Oh my god. That is stunning. Like, girl, can you please come out with highlighters this summer? I think I'm going to eat them up. Because these shimmers are stunning. Oh, that is like tickling my nose. It has like hair on it. Let me use a different, like, I feel like the hair is like coming out. I've had that brush for a long time, so I mean, I've had this brush for a long time too. But yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, I switched over from like more concentrated brushes to fan brushes, because I've actually been really liking how fan brushes apply my highlight now, as opposed to like more targeted ones like this one. I have cleaned this one actually, but I haven't used it since I now use my fan brushes, and I really have been enjoying it more because I feel like it's easier to apply, especially like a little bit darker highlighters for my skin tone. Apply it a little less pigmented, and it's like a little bit more translucent. Like literally this shade is called translucent. Like it's literally perfect as a highlighter. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up and put my lippy on because I gotta go. So bye. Okay, and then for my lips, I'm just gonna use my good old Lawless lipstick in the shade Tropic, because I found out about this lipstick launch because of Angie. I was just smelling it for a minute. So I figured, and I'm pretty sure she talked about that this was her favorite shade, and I love this shade. I use this all the time, so. The formula was so good in this that I bought 3 shades because I think they're wonderful. And they're like some of the only plumping lipsticks that I can actually use. I still have my nail polish on, by the way. I'm probably going to get my nails done again. Not next week, maybe next Friday. We'll see. Because, like, Friday is going to be my only other down day. I'm not going to get them done tomorrow because that won't even be 2 weeks yet. But I might get them done either at the end of next week or the week after that. And I'm just going to get powder again. But I wanted to start with, like, a soft pink glitter shade. And then I think I'm going to get a more summery color when I go next time. But I think I'm going to only try to go, like, 1 to 2 times a month. But I think I'm going to wait like 3 weeks rather than like 2 weeks. And I'm only going to get powder now, because it's supposed to be a lot healthier for your nails. So, all right, so I'm just going to finish this and then okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I feel like I didn't do that in my Singe. Not my Singe. Why do I keep on wanting to call Sigma Singe? Because they're just very similar names. But yeah, this palette's stunning. Really love it. But I feel like I didn't show you guys the final look when I was done filming that day, because I haven't filmed Get Ready With Me's in a while. Unless I'm, you know, doing my reading wrap up. So yeah, love this so far. It's so pretty. I think this look is stunning. But I really gotta go. So hang on, let me just put this away. Okay, so that's about it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at cpw819, and also check out my TikTok in the link below. And also my Goodreads if you want to follow what I'm currently reading and follow all my book reviews. I post everything on Goodreads. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a great day. It's just been fun getting back into eyeshadow palettes again, because like there was a good like 3 months where I wasn't interested in any palettes that were coming out, and then the last like couple of weeks, like I said, this palette caught my eye, so did the Sigma one and the Tangled one. So that's the most that I picked up. I've only picked up 4 eyeshadow palettes this year, you guys. Like, I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.